We'll also be meeting the woman whose life is ruled by her fear of toilets.
Apparently it's not that uncommon either to be scared of loos, so interesting. So with all of that, plus your chance to bag a stash of cash, £12,000 in fact, here's a rundown of the show.
Our editor is frightened of peas, but Kim Gandy has a rather more unusual phobia. She has an irrational fear of toilets. Even thinking about them leaves her in a cold sweat.
Well, Kim stayed in a London hotel last night because she lives up north and she came here to be ready for the show. And she stayed in the hotel with her daughter Nicole, and she visited the toilet in her room, and that proved to be a very nerve-wracking experience.
I'm feeling really, really nervous. I've got butterflies in my stomach. My hands are sweating. What colour is the toilet seat?
White, and it's a bit going down and then round.
I'm glad that it's a white toilet seat, so I'm glad about that. My hands are still sweaty and I've still got butterflies in my stomach because I haven't yet seen the toilet, so I'm just going to go in now and check it out. The seat isn't how a normal toilet seat is. It is freaking me out a little bit. If it was a black toilet seat, then I'd have real problems.
Well, Kim is here now with hypnotherapist Elliot Wald, who's going to help to try and overcome Kim's phobia with her help. Thank you, Elliot. Let's start with you then, Kim. So last night that loo was frightening, but did you get comfortable with it in the end?
Yeah, it was just because obviously the seat was different to my normal toilet seat at home.
Okay, but a white loo with a white seat isn't too bad?
Isn't too bad, no.
When did this all start?
With the black toilet seats when I was little, basically from after toilet training.
Really? And
Yeah.
you don't know why? There wasn't an event? There wasn't a problem?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
You don't like the bobbles under the loo seat either?
No.
They're the ones that stop it hitting the china?
Yeah. The two of them is fine, but if there's four, then that's a problem, yeah.
And your little daughter there we saw, Nicole, you haven't transferred this to her?
No, she's really fine. She'll go on any toilet seat, not a problem at all.
She's like your little guide dog, isn't she?
She is,
She'll
yeah.
take you
It's so
through.
sweet in there, with opening the door and describing what to expect. Because you say you have to build up trust with a toilet.
Yeah, I do.
How
What
do you
do you
learn
think's
to
gonna
trust a
happen?
toilet?
When I went round to my friend's house, I didn't like the toilet, and it was sort of like I was talking to it in my head and trying to build up trust before I could actually go on the toilet. But like I say, if it's black toilets, no go.
What will a toilet do to you that you're so frightened of?
It won't do anything. It's just the actual seat of it, the way it looks. It isn't. I'm actually scared of like skin-to-skin contact with it. It's just the actual seat itself.
Right, so it's not the hygiene, it's nothing else.
No.
But it's affected your health, not just your mental well-being, but of course because you decide, oh, I won't drink as much as I should do because then I won't have to use a strange loo, and you've given yourself all sorts of urinary tract infections.
Yeah. Back into to the doctors for, unfortunately, antibiotics. Yeah.
And now you're getting married in 6 months' time. Your fiancé has a pub. You have to go in and clean the loos,
Yeah.
which you can just about manage, I think.
Just about, yeah.
Get in and out quickly.
Yeah.
But you are concerned, so concerned about the reception and the honeymoon that you have voiced your concerns about getting married even in 6 months' time.
Yeah, I've had doubts, and it's not because I don't love Phil. I do. It's because of the toilets. That is the big problem.
You've actually said to Phil, let's postpone the wedding a bit.
Yeah.
And have you told him it's because of the loos in the reception area?
No, I haven't. No, but he knows now.
Well, he must have got a fair indication when he gave you a card with a picture of a toilet on it, didn't he?
That wasn't Phil, but
Oh,
I
wasn't
did.
it? Yes.
It was
And what did
some
you do?
years ago.
Yelped when you saw it?
Yeah, it did. It freaked me out.
Well, Fern led you to the loo that's just off the studio here this morning to see how you felt. So we'll have a word, Elliot, in a moment to see how you can prevent this from happening.
Can you get to the handle of the door?
I can get to the handle
Go
of
on
the
then,
door.
you get to the handle of the door, nothing will happen, I'm not going to spring any surprises. Can you pull the door?
I can pull the door, but I'm not going to look.
Oh, and I'll tell you first of all that you cannot see the loo. The loo is here behind you. What you'll see there is just the basin.
Okay, well, I'll open it up then.
All right. You can go as far as you want, but no further. See, there's just the paper towels, and there's the basin, and round the corner's the loo. Can you bear to look?
I don't know, because I don't know whether the toilet seat's up or down.
Let me tell you. It's down.
It's down.
Hold your hand. No, that's it. Okay.
You couldn't even watch that as we were playing it then. Right, so, Elliot, what can you do? Can you cure this in a morning?
Yes, I'm very confident that we can cure this in quite a short period of time. At least alleviate it so that Kim feels very comfortable being able to go into that area. But hopefully take it to the point where she smiles and even can giggle and laugh back at how she's experiencing and feeling now.
Is this common?
It's a very common experience to have a phobia. Phobia of toilets is a fairly common one. It's obviously not in the media as much as fear of flying, which we all read about and know about, but yeah.
And is there generally something in someone's background that, you know, whether they've had a toilet flush that's very noisy and it scared them when they were little, or that something has happened in the loo that's frightened them?
It could be a multitude of different things that could have created or triggered this phobia for Kim in the first place. Could have been simply overhearing somebody say something, watching something on television, or watching a family member having a fear of a toilet. So it can be transferred in a number of ways, and many of these ways we may not even find. So it's not essential to find the root cause of what created the problem for Kim, but to look in the future and deal with tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure that you'll be able to do it. You think you can just sit for an hour, I think, together, and you're going to sort her out. OK, Kim, you're brave enough, you're confident you can crack this today?
Yeah.
Good girl. Well, we'll see you a bit later. Elliot, you've spent only an hour with Kim. How have you worked on her mind, her psyche?
What I've done is just reprogram the thoughts that Kim used to have, and I've set up a special trigger where she simply presses her thumb and finger together, and by doing that, it releases an emotional response that makes her feel confident, comfortable, relaxed and secure.
I think we've got some shots of you working with her earlier this morning, and while that was happening, Kim, what were you're doing it now? What were you feeling?
First off, obviously, I was feeling scared, but then afterwards, I just feel so confident now that I don't feel I'll have a problem with it ever again.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
well, should we put it to the test?
Are you preparing yourself? Do you want to do any triggers now?
I'll do it as I
Come on
walk
then.
towards.
I'll
if
take
that's
you
okay.
back to our the loo just
The blokes
above
will
the
stay
studio.
here whilst you pop off to the ladies.
Yes, here we go.
We'll get the drinks in.
Come on, you don't need me to hold your hand, do
No,
you?
I'll hold your hand
bless
if
you, because
want.
I might
Left your handbags behind.
I'll have to just swap because I need to do it on this.
All
this
right.
side.
Oh, yes, because you've got that hand. Right,
Yeah.
and I'm going to ask you this time to move up against that wall. Can you manage it that way?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, look, she's opened
There's
the door.
there's
She's
the
done it.
toilet.
Yes.
Oh my God! No way!
Elliot, you're a miracle worker.
Unbelievable! That's astonishing. So, would you have imagined that it would be as successful as that?
Yes, that's confident I
No
was.
question, no doubt.
No question.
Oh, come back in, because that is a.
Well, first thing this
Fantastic.
morning, when we did that, Kim was shaking. Her hands were shaking. I could feel her breathing going.
Still shaking, but it's just more excitement
Nothing
and confidence.
like
and
you were earlier.
Well, we've got all sorts of backup plans here, just in case you couldn't even get anywhere near it. So that is superb.
Now, the big question then, the sphere of the loo was really bugging your marriage plans, which are going to happen later in the year.
Yeah.
You were worried about the venue where you're going to have the reception, because the loo's there you don't like very much. You were worried about your honeymoon and how you'd cope with strange ones that you would meet out there. You've even said to your fiancé that you felt you'd like to postpone the wedding, and he didn't really understand the reason why.
Yeah.
So now, how does the marriage look?
Going to go on honeymoon, going to go to the toilet at the venue, everything. Elliot's just been brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, well done you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And well done you. That is incredible. You need to work on our editor now, who does have this fear of peas.
It's not an uncommon one.
Yeah, really?
Peas and strawberries, probably the most common food.
Is it really?
No.
Well, let's set that up straight away and sort her out, because at lunchtime she's a nightmare. Thank you very, very
Thank you.
much indeed.
Thank you.